Hello and welcome to the Connection Couch. My name is Reg Sorrell.
Hello Reg, I'm Joe.
Hello Joe. Today we're talking about how to network using LinkedIn. Thanks for sticking with us, I do appreciate it. So Joe, we're talking about LinkedIn and how to network. Now, usually, for me anyway, networking is done in the flesh.
Yes.
Face to face in the same room.
With clothes on.
With God, yeah, clothes on. Gosh. So how do you do it online? Like, how do you network on LinkedIn?
Many ways.
Enlighten us, Sensei.
Yeah. Well, let's think about purpose here, because you could just go straight into the home feed, which would be kind of like going to an event, walking into a room and just waiting for people to talk to you almost, and or seeing what comes in front of you, and then you might respond back to them. Now, I always say, be proactive and take the bull by the horn, so to speak. And you walk into the online room and be strategic. So rather than letting LinkedIn's home feed dictate what it thinks, who you should be engaging with or what content to see, actually find the people, which comes down to having a connection strategy and an engagement strategy in the first place. So if this month you are a business coach, or you are you've run a technology company and you're looking to build a relationship with a mining company. Mm-hmm. Or not a mining, but some mining companies. That's where your target market is. You'd be being strategic about, firstly, connecting to the right people in the first place. So using LinkedIn search to find them.
But how do you find someone you don't know the name of? So wouldn't you look for a role within a business?
You can, yeah. So a couple of ways of doing that. So if you start with, say, the mining company, you know the name, you can search for that company and then go to employees and then look that way. You could set a filter and look for the role. Or you could actually start role first. So in the LinkedIn search bar, you might put in business development manager or whatever the title is of the person you're looking for, and then add some more criteria. Use what's called Boolean searching.
Boolean searching. That's not schoolyard stuff, is it?
No,
it's different.
Boolean. Boolean. Boolean searching. It's kind of a maths term, and it's more advanced searching, but anybody can do it. It's pretty easy once you know how.
Oh, not me. I don't know how to do it.
No, all right. We'll give you a lesson.
Pluses in it or something?
It's not pluses, but so the words and or
not.
Know what I'm doing. There's a Venn diagram, and we'll put the picture on screen to show you. So and means. Oh dear. So if we're looking for a business development manager, so that's 3 words, right? So if you type those 3 words into search, you're going to come up with profiles with all those 3 words in individually. Yes. So business manager, project development, project manager. So business development manager. You want to find roles with those 3 words in that order. So if you put those 3 words in quotes is Boolean searching. Okay. It keeps them in the right order for search. Now, if you want to go business development manager in quotes, or it's the word "or" in capital letters, BDM, because often we call them the acronym, then it's going to come up with profiles with either or terms. So Venn diagram, it's the whole thing. It's this or this. If you wanted to roll a position with both in, I don't know why you would, but if you're looking for both things, you might be looking for business development manager and IT, for instance. If that needed to be a word in the profile, you'd use the word and it means that you'd get profiles with this term and this term only, not anything else.
Gotcha, yep.
And then you've got not excludes words. So if you want business development manager, not manager, or not, something else, not marketing or whatever, you'd do that and it would exclude the marketing people from the search. So that's how you use those. And then brackets are the fifth operator, they're called. And brackets are for complex searches. So it tells LinkedIn which to look at first and that sort of thing. Now, feel free to have Google Boolean searching after you watch this video, but Boolean searching helps you search effectively. So that's one part of search. The other is LinkedIn's inbuilt filters. So if you want to search for a business development manager in the mining sector in a particular company, you go to LinkedIn's filters, view all filters, and put in a location. So it could be Perth, it could be Sydney, it could be wherever. Put in the industry. So are you looking for the mining sector? Are you looking for IT? Whatever it is. And then your search results are more refined. So you're looking for people in a role. You can even put the name of the title in the title field as well.
Name of the title.
The title of job. So
Right,
there's a title field as well. So there's a lot you can search on. And this is all the free version. So then when you've got the search results that come up, now you've got a very targeted list. And then you can go through and connect to those people. Now, Red, I'm going to do a bit of pop quiz and test you. How would you connect? So you've got a list of shortlists. There's a whole heap of people. There's a big connect button. Would you press it?
No.
No. Well done. You get the gold
I feel
star
like I'm on
today.
QI here.
Yeah. 10 points for you, Reg. Right.
I would connect with conversation, Joe.
You watched the video, haven't you? Yeah, you watched that episode.
I've watched that video, yes.
Yeah.
I would connect with
Okay,
conversation.
explain what connect with conversation is in your perspective, Reg.
Well, it's just puts a little bit of context to why you want to chat with someone or connect with them. I'm so and so, or we have something in common. It'd be nice to connect, rather than there's a business card.
Yeah.
It's a bit
business card slamming, I call that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's a bit abrupt, isn't it? There's no sort of ingratiating yourself. You're trying to build a relationship with someone here.
Yeah.
It's not just here's my card.
Yeah. Bye.
Which I think that connect button kind of does.
It does, yeah. So connect with conversation. I like how you put that, Reg. Really well listened.
I'm pretty sure I heard that from someone.
Yeah.
Can't think
Bob.
who it was anyway.
Bob.
Bob's busy the camera.
Now, but when you do that, the couple of steps to get to that point. So don't hit the connect button. Go to their profile first. Have a look around. Firstly, you're looking for information, you're looking for context to bring into the conversation. Firstly.
Yeah.
Secondly, you are leaving a footprint behind.
Ooh, like in the sand.
Yeah, so that the person knows you've actually taken the time to check them out in the first place. Because if you just hit the connect button and you haven't looked at their profile, they will know you haven't looked at their profile because you're not going to come up with that short list of people who've looked at them, which then you look like a collector.
It's not a good look, is it?
No, it's not. Whereas if you've clicked on their profile, even if you don't read anything, at least you've left a footprint behind, and then they know you've looked at them, which kind of shows interest and validation. And plus, you're looking for things in common. You're looking for the highlights section. Where, did you work together? Have you studied together? Who do you both know? Are you in the same groups? Something to talk about. You might look down to the experience section and mention something about, you used to work at, XYZ company. I had a contract with them. You can actually say something about them. Now, the thing not to do when you do the connect with conversation is talk about yourself.
Me.
Yeah, so if you go, hi, I'm Bob, and I am the best business coach in the world, and you need to buy my stuff. No. And also don't be too vague, because when you're quite vague, it looks a little automated, and I get these all the time. Hi, Joe. I can see you're a coach. I'm a coach too, or I help coaches build their business. I know that they're just going to be spamming me. So once again, that's it. Great. So don't do that either. So show that you've done your homework, show interest in people. So that's number one in building your network. So search for the right people, connect with conversation. And then the third piece of networking is the bit that people miss out on. It's actually engaging with people. Now, I started this talking about don't just go to the home feed and let the home feed dictate what you engage with. If you know who are the people who are on your hit list in a good way, so you're wanting to build a relationship with certain people in certain industries, you might have a list somewhere. Now, LinkedIn doesn't really help you manage this if you're using the free or even the premium version. So you might use a spreadsheet, you might have a CRM, a customer relationship management tool where you flag people to follow up. But let's keep it simple and have a spreadsheet. So you've got just a list on your desk. You've got 10 people on your list, and these are the 10 people you want to get a coffee with this month because you know you can help them and you want to sell your stuff to them. Mm-hmm. Now, you're not going to go in with the sell my stuff, buy my stuff straight away.
Buy my stuff? No.
That's not going to work. So be interested in them. You've connected to them, you've connected with conversation, and now you're going to check out their profiles and look at the activity section and see what are they sharing. Are they sharing content? Are they engaging with content? Where can you interject and hello without going buy my stuff again? So don't be the person just popping up. Hello, it's me again. No, you want to go in there and just add value, add to the conversation, ask questions as you would in person if you know how to network.
Yeah, it is a skill to build a network in person, but I think it's a lot more difficult online.
Well, it depends on your personality. I mean, some people are quite introverts or quite shy in person, but they can find their voice online because they're behind a computer, they're behind a screen.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's
I overthink it myself a little bit too much.
But it comes down to, like, the biggest tip I know, I was working with a client last week and she's really scared of networking. And this might surprise you, Reg. I used to hate networking. It really intimidated me.
Oh, really?
And I come from an events background, so I'd organise events and I hated that open networking time because there was no agenda, there was no framework to how you interact with people. So I just avoid it. But what I've learned over time, and this is what I was telling the client last week, is the biggest thing you can do with networking is stop trying to be interesting and just be interested in people. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds obvious, but because this client said to me, look, I don't know how to sell the business, I don't know what to say, do I just tell them about what we do? I said, no, none of that. Just listen, ask questions and listen. And if that person's interested or, likes conversation, they're going to ask you questions in return. Or there's going to be a point where, now if the person doesn't, good sign they're not a fit for you. Because if they're just going to talk at you and talk about how awesome they are, and they don't actually ask you questions, well, that's not a conversation.
Yeah, you've got to, I think networking, you have to look at it from the other point of view. So when you're networking yourself, what people, or what types of people do you like to engage with?
Yeah.
Are they the ones that come up to you and just go, buy my stuff, here's my business card, I can do this, I can do that, and I can get
You'd like to engage with those people?
No.
Good. We don't like those people.
No,
they're
we don't.
annoying, they're creepy.
Yeah, so don't do it.
And they get a bad name for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's the same online. So I'm going to just step into a slightly different topic, but networking on LinkedIn, a lot of people want to growth hack and automate and systemize.
Yeah.
Now, there are many tools that do this for you. Firstly, they're a breach of the user agreement, but they're also inauthentic because if you outsource your lead generation or your growth hacking, whatever you want to call it, to an agency that uses these tools or using the tool yourself, you're taking away the conversation and people can smell it a mile away. And if it sounds like these people that connect and say, oh, as a coach, I help you grow your business, I know you've just looked for certain keywords and you're automating that process. So you don't want to do that because it's not going to work for you.
No, you got to. It's another word. I think it's overused, but it's overused for a very good reason.
Yeah.
It's authentic. You have to be authentic. You have to be you.
And don't just say you're authentic. That's when it's overused. Just be it. Because if you be authentic and just be interested in other people, stop trying to be interesting.
Just ask questions. It's
Yeah.
like if you're introverted and shy and all the rest of it, but you got to do it. Then if you don't want to talk, fine. Let the other person talk.
And
ask them questions to engage that conversation. And all you got to do is sit there and nod and go, and listen, yeah.
So
that's interesting.
I would
Ask another
love to
question.
know if you're watching this, if you're shy and introverted, you feel awkward networking, and if you've ever tried that, if you've ever tried just asking a question and letting them go. Because you've pretty much gone, question, hand over the microphone. Easy. People love talking about themselves.
Yeah.
I love talking about myself.
You just love talking, Joe.
I do. But I also find I still find networking awkward when it's that when you first arrive at a physical event and people are already talking.
Yeah.
At some point you've got to interject. So the best way is just to listen.
Yeah, but it's the standing, it's the walking up and just standing there and listening, and then you kind of inch in and you inch in and you inch, and then you go, oh yeah, I've got to.
So you've got to, and not listening like listening to a conversation where you really shouldn't be in. It's obviously reading, and you've got to be able to read groups and read people. And it's the same. It's actually easier on LinkedIn, I think, because listening
no
is...
chance. No chance.
Listening is easy. There's nothing awkwardness.
Listening's okay, but I'm just saying networking is not easy on LinkedIn. I much prefer in a room of people, and I can just, because then you can engage with them. You're getting a response from them. If your story's boring them, their face will tell you. There's lots more to go on.
Oh, totally. I mean, in person, you've got body language, you've got tonality, you've got all those little giveaways.
And you can't say stupid things if you're trying to network online. If you have a little aside, you can say something, a little joke.
Yeah.
You can't do that online.
Well, you could hashtag it, or
you've got emojis, it just becomes,
or GIFs, or I mean, I find it easier. It's easier to get started, but you're right. You actually build better rapport in person.
Yeah,
it's much easier to. So but it's not one or the other. I think that's the key.
No, absolutely.
It's both.
If you can do both, that's.
Which is why we run LinkedIn Local Perth, because that's about connecting to your LinkedIn network in person, because you've connected online, you see people online. Or you may not network with them because you don't know how to, because you feel a bit nervous. But in person, if that's your thing, you're more likely to build a relationship, so then online becomes easier.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely. So if you are in Perth, then I would suggest you, there'll be a description or a link in the description for the LinkedIn Local. So that is a networking group that Joe and I and a couple other people do run. if you want to come along and hang out with us and have a chat and practice your networking skills, then by all means. That's the end of today's video, but Joe, I think we've covered quite a bit today.
I think we have, and if you're not in Perth, look out for your local events or look out for our online events, because sometimes we do online editions of LinkedIn.
That's right, you can always join us online.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We love that.
Right, lots to consider there. So let us know in the comments the biggest takeaway you got from this video today. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
See you then.